Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Neo XO, and today I'm gonna be talking about some Black Clover. We're gonna do some predictions for chapter 271 coming up this week. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So in chapter 270, we left off with Asta completing the contract between Lieb and Noct, saying this is where the training begins. Paraphrasing, of course, but basically that's what happened. Noct is saying like this is the real training that's gonna begin. And some people were saying that Tabata might troll us and kind of give us a chapter that has nothing to do with that. But in my opinion, it would be better if he just gives us a chapter of Noct training Asta, because that's what we initially thought. We didn't really think about the binding ritual. People just thought like he was going to actually train them, but of course Noct says something along the lines of you can't get that powerful the right way or training the right way without no forbidden stuff that they're doing and stuff like that, like the devil rituals and stuff like that. Asta, this is basically what Asta probably thought was going to happen in the first place, as well as us. So now they're finally going to fight. I believe that Lieb and Asta are going to have to come together, and I feel like at first they're not used to actually being in this sort of contract. So this is going to be the first time where they're on the same kind of mutual page where they both have a mutual goal. We see them shake hands in chapter 270, so we know that they have a mutual goal in destroying Lucifero and some of the other devils. Now the thing is, they just don't know how to actually work together. So I believe they're going to be stumbling in the first half of the chapter, and maybe by the end of the chapter they might pick up and start to get the hang of things. I'm actually curious to see if they're going to get a new form. I doubt they're going to get a new form in the next chapter, but coming up I believe that is a possibility for them to get a new form. And the reason I say this is because we see Noct summon one of his devils, and he basically uses the devil power to get this cool form, and that's what a lot of people are hyped for. So this week actually, we're going next chapter, but this week we're gonna actually see Noct actually using this power, because we see the form how it looks, but what is this form truly capable of? I believe that he's gonna be teaching Asta how to truly use devil power, because we know up to this point Asta wasn't truly withdrawing 100% of the devil's power. He was just basically, as far as I'm understanding, he basically was just using the power that was leaking out. So now that they have a proper contract, they should be able to do some things that they were not able to do before, at least a little bit easier than it would have been if they didn't have this contract at all in the first place. So I do believe Noct is going to overpower them. Me personally, I don't see Asta in any way, shape, or form being stronger than Noct. And I know some of you are probably wondering, like, how can you possibly say that Asta is not stronger than Noct? My reasoning for that is simply Noct shows no signs of fear. He pulled up to the captain's meeting knowing that it was a possibility that he can get attacked, but he kind of shut that down really quickly. He shut down that attack against him really quickly, and that's very impressive. He also held down Asta without really trying at all. Now I know some people could say like, oh, Asta wasn't 100% recovered yet, which is true, but at the same time Asta still has anti-magic, and that did not really work out too well whenever he was going against Noct. But believe on that whatever you want to. Something I can see playing out is Asta and Lieb actually fighting side by side, just because we still have yet to see Lieb actually go back inside of the grimoire. So we know that he's outside of the grimoire, so they might fight side by side. Maybe it would be cool if Lieb uses some of the swords and Asta uses some of the swords, and they kind of double team Noct, and Noct is kind of pushing them back, and Noct is basically taking both of them on at the same time with ease. I feel like Noct can take them both on at the same time with ease, and I just think that this is going to progress into something more. So maybe they start off as a tag team, and then maybe they combine literally together, because we see Noct combine with his devil powers, and we've seen Asta combine too. Like, if you really think about it, Asta has a devil arm, you know what I'm saying? So we can actually see some stuff like that. But to start off, I think they're probably going to be fighting side by side, and then in future chapters it'll progress into a stronger power, like some type of combination, more literally speaking, like maybe Asta gets a new form. Like I said, I feel like Asta is going to get a new form. It just makes sense. Noct has a form, and Asta has never had a complete form, and it's really apparent considering whenever Nocta goes into this devil form, his whole body is covered with the essence of the devil, but when Asta does it, usually it's about, I'd say, around half of his body. So to me, if his form was complete, it would be more like whole. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I have to say for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy Neo XO, and I'm out.